Guys, in this hand is the Quick Run Mini24 system by HOBBYWING. Look at that. It's a little outrunner motor. We're going to get it put into the C10 and take it for a drive. Let's go. This is the combo right here. Fully encapsulated. Hopefully the on-off button is also waterproof, but this is the outrunner motor. I'm going to get into some of the specifics on this little guy, but as you can see, the outside of the motor is what turns. It's 3500 kV, 2 and 3S compatible. So 3S on this motor, how about that? Now as far as poles go, this is a 12 pole motor. I've seen the 10s, I've seen the 14s, but this is like the first 12 pole I've ever seen. The big features on the ESC are 25 amps continuous, 60 amps burst. It is 3S capable, just like the motor. The BEC can be set for 6 volts or 7.4. So we've got that, and it also has an independent programming port right here. So with that said, I mean, I am absolutely happy to see this on the market. If you're watching this, hopefully you're familiar with the SCX24 platform. Now, the ESC receiver is a combination unit. This right here comes off. Then we're going to pull the transmission and swap the motors. And pretty much that's kind of it. The transmission comes out pretty easy. There are 2 screws at the bottom and 1 screw coming in from the top, so 3 bolts. I did remove the drive shaft right here. I'm going to have to remove this one so I can get this cover off and we can get to it, but it's actually really easy to do. Just simply take things apart, and actually I'm using this for the first time. Cow RC, I got my bolts separated in the side bins. There's some up there too. So that's kind of my first time ever using one of these. That little plastic pinion gear is what you peel off. The stock pinion did not fit. The motor has several bolt patterns in it, so it'll fit several different vehicles, which is good because yeah, we definitely got to come up with pinion gears for this thing. The motor is too large in diameter to fit the stock case. Can't even get the bolts to line up here. So did find this by Furatech. So with this, it's going to go right in place. It's just I really didn't want the motor up top. I'd rather it have be in the stock position, but looks like this is where I'm gonna have to run this thing. So I am determined to get this thing in the SCX24, and I figured it out. Furatech case with the Furatech pinion gear. I've got it powered up, okay? And it goes into the stock battery. It does come with wires and stuff where you can put your own connectors on it without having to mess with that. So if you want to run a JST, you can. Now this has all metal gears in it, so get this down low. It's about the minimum RPM of this, as best I can get it right there. Now with all the gear reduction of this truck, that might be just fine. That's pretty much it right there. So with the system ready to go back in, let's bolt it back in and see where this thing ends up. Don't laugh at what I did. Don't laugh. But as usual, there's a mess, but it is all there. I had to glue the receiver on over here, so I made it work with the Furatech motor mount, the Furatech pinion gear, but there it is. It is in an SCX24. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and see if we can give it a little bit of a throttle, get a feel for this. I kind of want to try to listen and watch, see if there's a jump on this. A little bit of a changeover from startup to drive. But it doesn't seem to be very abrupt, if that makes any sense. Let's see what we got here. All right, we got this right here going. There was no cog or no major jump when this thing transferred from startup to drive. Hello, Surfer. Surfer's watching this one. For some reason, he's interested in this one. I think he's big enough he can do something with it. Leave it alone. Watch this. You can see a little bit right there, but unlike with some other systems, and I know you guys have seen it too, everything from the small up to the big world, like 110 crawlers, when they do that changeover, you end up with a possible cog. This one right here, full spinning tires, did not cog. So let's go and get this thing outside and keep the monster away. So what I'm looking for is throttle control, that changeover, all that stuff. So that's what I'm really after here. The vehicle doesn't have any other mods to it other than what you just saw. Stock tires, all that stuff. You can see a little bit of the FOC working right there. And in case you're wondering, I will show you guys Sean's shop, Jack's RC Recycle Repair. We just got this crawler area in yesterday, so take a peek at this. What's up, Sean?
Hey.
Look at all that. Yeah, we got a lot going on out here at the Exoplex. When Sean gets everything set up, all that stuff, we're going to do a full shop review. I'm going to go through and find all the dust particles and write them up for it. Oh man, hey, the control of this system is working pretty good. Like I say, the changeover from startup to drive, you really don't even notice it. So that's a great thing. I do got some brass for this that one day I'll put on, but I do gotta tell you, it is pretty darn smooth all the way through the throttle control. Now I'm just using the regular old GT5 radio. You guys probably picked up on that from the receiver, right? Now I'm using a stock battery in this as well. So, but the system is good to 3S. There we go. All right, I think we're good to go. Okay, so putting the system directly into your SCX24, not such an easy task. Luckily, I had the parts from FureTech, and that made it workable. So I had to do some mods and all that, but I really wanted to get it into this truck, not something else that I had, right? So, overall, I've got to tell you, the drive on it, you can, like I showed you on the table, there's a little bit that you can tell from the startup to the drive, just like on all ESCs, but the difference is, in that transition with the tires slowly spinning, it didn't cog, it didn't hiccup or do anything like that. So the transition, although you could tell where it was on the table, you couldn't hardly tell anything out there on the little course. So, I mean, I got to be honest with you, it's the smoothest little 24 system I've ever seen. I've tested a lot of FureTechs. Every now and then I'll get one of his that transitions smoothly, but most of them, they have that hiccup, that little bump, and that's a bit of an issue. So this right here is very mild and controlled. Hopefully that makes sense. So hopefully they'll take this system and scale it up to our bigger trucks, which I think will be awesome. But regardless of all that, I do like the system. I do like how it turned out. It will stay in. I'm probably going to put some brass on it and actually make this into something a little bit more. But guys, check that description. I'll link it up down below. Use those links. Hit that subscribe, ring that bell, and you guys get out and make it yours, man. Go get it. If you're still watching, you are top shelf. You are the cream of the crop, the pick of the litter. You are phenomenal. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Now, down below, there are links for the products you see. Also for channel memberships, if you guys want to be a part. Channel members get early viewing on pretty much everything that I can. So guys, check that description. There's a lot of info down there. Thank you all for watching.